I'm totally blind, but often I'll know if there are obstacles in front of me. I can sometimes tell you if it's a car or if it's a building. Do I have some sort of blindy sense or superpowers? Let's find out. I'm totally blind and I use sound shadows. Now, some of you are probably thinking, what on earth is a sound shadow? Let me explain. Now, sound shadows are a change in air pressure. For example, the wind doesn't sound the same. If you're coming up to a large vehicle or a large building, it can sound very different. Hence the reason I know something is coming up. Now, a lot of people do get confused because I know when something is there. However, I use this for my mobility, and recently I had an orientation and mobility specialist coming out to do some long cane training, and he was so impressed with the level of ability in terms of being able to use sound shadows. Now, I knew when I was coming up to a fence or a high wall because I was walking past and the air pressure changed. So I said to him, okay, so I'm going to be looking out for this particular fence or wall, so I know that I'm going to be crossing 3 more roads in order to turn left to go towards my house. And he was like, I am so super impressed. I haven't ever seen anyone use sound shadows like you do. And I just think this is the way I use it. People are going to be using sound shadows differently. Let me know in the comments below if you use sound shadows and how effective you think they are. Now, I will say, when I'm in a busy environment like London, things can be quite challenging. However, it's still an orientation and mobility point that I can actually use. But it's quite difficult because you do have a lot of landmarks and high-rise buildings around you. So I do struggle with that a little bit. But on the most part, I find them really useful, especially in my local home environment. I can use them effectively. Now, the dogs are having a free run and I'm in an open field, but all around me, I can tell that over to my right, there are a lot of trees. So for orientation purposes, that's a really good way of knowing that I'm not going to be totally disorientated. And to my left, there are a lot of traffic, a lot of cars. So if I get lost, I just need to listen out for that. It's really quite simple. A lot of people do get really confused because I use my senses, I use what I have to my advantage. So on that note, I am going to go out of here. I'm going to carry on free running the dogs and we're going to have a great time and they're loving it. So for now, stay safe and be you.